Trick, please.
I know y'all probably heard this story, but it's gonna always center me in regards to this podcast, man. That we started arguing on Facebook, turned into real conversations, that turned into a podcast on Facebook. But don't pretend like we didn't create a culture over here, whether it was rooted in Africa or not, whether it's
monkey see, a monkey do. Trick, please. Trick, please. Why you trying to do everything that I do? Monkey. I'll show you how to flip it in the cheese. Trick, freeze.
Trick, please.
Drake, I bought the dress. And I like it. I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't mad to y'all, she mad to me.
He makes me want to be better because he loves me.
Late last night and early today, at my direction, the United States Armed Forces conducted an extraordinary military operation in the capital of Venezuela, in the heart of Caracas, to bring outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro to justice.
Trick, please.
I know y'all probably heard this story, but it's gonna always center me in regards to this podcast, man. That we started arguing on Facebook, turned into real conversations, that turned into a podcast on Facebook. But don't pretend like we didn't create a culture over here, whether it was rooted in Africa or not, whether it's
monkey see, a monkey do. Trick, please. Trick, please. Why you trying to do everything that I do? Monkey. I'll show you how to flip it in the cheese. Trick, freeze.
Trick, please.
Drake, I bought the dress. And I like it. I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't mad to y'all, she mad to me.
He makes me want to be better because he loves me.
Late last night and early today, at my direction, the United States Armed Forces conducted an extraordinary military operation in the capital of Venezuela, in the heart of Caracas, to bring outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro to justice.
Might be the dumbest man in America. I've never seen anything like this.
Correct.
Who implicates himself in a book? What's
the same thing? She can actually talk about different things.
The fact that he said he was better than Q, and like,
decide on whether or not you're gonna have kids. You probably just
don't like it.
Make her. So, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
so when I couldn't
a relationship with my biological father. God brought other men in my life to father. And
I am racist, and I'll say that to the whole entire world.
Remember me? Take a picture. Let's do like, come on, man.
Because there's so much about this moment that is trying to make people feel like they've lost their minds. When in fact,
Yeah. Mic check 1 2. Yeah. It's the infamous Mr. Third Degree. I know you see me, literally. You despise me, but my middle finger's still rising. Right now, I'm still on the up, finding you're surprising. You don't want to see me climb that ladder of success, so you want to sit there and get stressed. But I digress from the point. Like I said, right now we just keep it on point. But it's literally that boy 3-yard degree coming straight out of SB. Why do you wanna hate me? It don't make me no never mind. I gotta tell you right now, man, it's all mine. 2006, you can go and suck on the fat. You already know I stay on the ill tip with the step I spit. You know that I'm legit, and yes, I will never quit. Kinda like Hammer, better correct the grammar. I got the words that make the whole world stand up. And I'm just live, and I'm just kicking it right now. You see whole 3rd degrees on the brow, that ignorant child. I don't really want to go there, but I will not fight fair, but I don't care. Lyrical nightmare, kinda like Freddy Krueger. That's how I do ya. You better get up on your knees and scream hallelujah. 3rd degrees out here making maneuvers in the world full of snakes. And you can see right now that I will never pump my brakes. You're looking like me, but I create. And I'm just here, ready to designate and take over the world. You really don't know. 3rd degree will make you Earl. Right now, I got the stuff to make your girl's toes curl. Oh my gosh, you wanna go and apply, but right now you seeing Rob. Right now you seeing Quez, he's standing on business. You see 3rd degree, we don't need no witness. Let me begin this. Entering to a no year. It's the year of the snake, and we don't mess with them fakes. We about to go and take it to another level. Right now we see you out there dancing with the devil, causing drama in all types of situations. Look what you facing. I'm creating new boundaries and new barriers. Right now you see 3 black men, there's nothing scarier. I mean too. I give you a sneak preview. When here's the menu of what I give you. Let me go ahead and just hit the flow. Right now you don't know. Let's start the show. What's good, y'all? What's good? It's your boy 3rd degree. We are back full in effect, and we are doing our thing. How are you guys?
Yeah. What's going on, my brother?
It's Friday.
It's
Friday.
Be great.
Only time I'm great, man. It's Friday. 9 p.m. Eastern when I show
9 p.m.
up.
Eastern. You want to catch me being great? Catch me before 8.
That part.
I'm always great.
Oh, we know. You understand?
Yeah,
How's
man.
How's your week going?
Doing though?
I'm living, man. It's a crazy week. Definitely a crazy week. So looking forward to the show tonight.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Hey, if you guys are tuned in, make sure you guys hit the like and the share button. Please share. This is a platform where everybody can drop their thoughts, views, and opinions, and you can engage. If you come on as a guest, you can also share this on with your destinations, meaning that
You can share this on with your Facebook platform, your YouTube platform. You know what I'm saying? So we welcome everybody to come through, man. You know?
Absolutely. Come through. Share your thoughts, views, and opinions, man.
We got a live one tonight.
I was about to say something, but I'm gonna be good. Go ahead, man.
No. Don't. Come on, man.
I'm saving it. Don't worry about it.
When you gonna save it? I always look like the crazy one. You know what I'm saying? Like I look like the one that's always, you know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's a point. We gonna get to it. Let's go. What's good, Scenario? How you feeling, my brother?
Scenario, you in here, man? Hey, man. We need you back on. We need your presence, man. You're definitely a presence on here. We appreciate you. Please make sure that you're sharing. Pastor Braxton, if you're watching this, I'm actually live right now as we speak. I can't call you. I will call you back once I get a break. But yeah. Well, we got a live one tonight, y'all. We're going to talk about, there's a lot of stuff going on in the news, going on in the world. It's really, really crazy. And, we wouldn't be us if, let's set the record straight. Let me go ahead and let's lick off the first shot. This is where real culture meets real conversation. You know what I'm saying? All the other folks out there is imitating, hating, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? But this is where real conversation or real culture meets real conversation. We started it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, you can't, I guess if you can't create, then you want to imitate. You know what I'm saying? And you want to try to duplicate. But if you did not originate, then it will not materialize.
Dang.
I know I just made up a word.
You surely did. I was like, huh? Hey, listen, man. What's that old saying? Imitation is the biggest form of flattery, man. Please imitate me.
Well, we got some backstories.
Yeah, but that's all I'm saying. Please imitate me.
Right.
But I also want to say, when ain't nobody shooting at you, it's probably best not to let off the first shot. I'll just say that. You know what I mean? I left well enough alone, and I see the little subtle shots and all that little slick at the mouth shit, and I ain't done nothing to y'all. So get off where you mad at, man. You know what I mean? I don't respect it in the first place because everybody doing the subtle stuff. You know how to get in touch with me. I ain't ducked no smoke. I ain't ran from nobody. Never have, never will. So, at the end of the day, if you got something to say about me, you could always contact me. But I don't do subliminals. I don't do all that extra shit, man. Yeah, get it how you live. You know what I mean? I'm rooting for my haters because maybe y'all will find something to do outside of paying me any mind. But outside of that, please keep all comments regarding me out your mouth because I ain't said no ill will, no ill intent in y'all direction. You know what I'm saying? So keep that energy over there and deal with the demons and the devils that you fighting at your house or your mama house or your auntie house or wherever house you at. But over here,
whatever house that ain't yours. Word. I got some stuff to add on to that, but it's getting a little ratchet and it's getting a little dark. You know what I'm saying? But we'll just go ahead and just let the ratchet news play. We'll give y'all a quick little break. We'll be right back.
Let's set it off. The King of Petty is releasing a new documentary on BMF, and this time it has Terry Flannery in there talking. Wonder if he's going to be, dropping some more tea on Big Meech, but we shall wait and see. January 16th. Tune in. Moving on. Diamond District jeweler arrested for assaulting Traxnex over a fraud dispute. Man, he was getting hot. We got video of that too, you know what I'm saying? But we'll play it another day. Moving on. Release Maduro. Venezuelan Vice President Delcy Rodriguez says the people will never be a colony or slaves to another nation. Oh, but this is because Trump says that he can control Venezuela. Wait. Let me back this up a little bit. Donald Trump attacked Venezuela and arrested its president, Maduro. And he says that the U.S. will take over and will run Venezuela. He pretty much wants to control that oil. But this is a topic that we will talk about actually on the show tonight. All right, moving on. But with that being said, Trump becomes the first president to bomb 8 countries in 1 year. Crazy, right? Moving on. Netflix reportedly wants Warner Brothers films to stay in theaters for just 17 days if they acquire them. That's crazy, right? Moving on. R.I.P. to Ava Schloss, Anne Frank's stepsister and Auschwitz survivor. She passed away at 96, so prayers out to her and her family. Moving on. In a ball of dysfunction, the Raiders fired Pete Carroll after disastrous one-season Vegas run. What's next and what's new? We're reportedly paying like $50 million to like what? How many different coaches? It's crazy, right? Moving on. San Francisco mayor to create reparations for black residents. Hey, man, salute to him for at least getting the ball rolling. Moving on. Well, speaking of the Raiders real quick, Geno Smith recently unfollowed the team on IG as well as taking down any Raider-related posts because the fans hated him because he was just trash. You know what I'm saying? So good riddance. Moving on. Kendrick Lamar's good kid, Mad City, is now eligible for Diamond certification. Salute to K-Dot. We are a friend of his on this show. We hope to get him on one day. Moving on. Gospel star Donnie McClurkin accused of using pray-to-gay-away sessions to groom and sexually abused young church member. Crazy, right? Moving on. A flight departed in Hong Kong in 2026 and landed in LA in 2025. Crazy, right? I got the Ice Cube high face too. Like, huh? Moving on. U.S. Postal Service to honor poet Phyllis Wheatley with Heritage Stamp. Let's see if Trump blocks that too. All right, moving on. Ari Lennox to drop her third studio album, Vacancy, on January 23rd. Salute to her. She caused up quite a stir. And Tashina Arnold came out and recently responded to some of the comments that she made about colorism. So it was really interesting. All right, moving on. Pastor Patrick Wooden says Jamal Bryant presented his wife like a $2 whore. Ooh, that's something we're actually going to talk about tonight too. All right, moving on. LA rapper Young Threat, featured on Kendrick Lamar's GNX, has been charged with unaliving and attempted unaliving. Man, sad. Moving on. A woman unalives uncle after he told her to start cooking. I'm talking about privilege, and she looked like she probably ate him too. She looked deranged. I wouldn't have told her ish. All right, moving on. A white Georgia couple terrorized a black family at a child's birthday party by driving past the home with Confederate flags, shouting racial slurs, and threatening to unalive those in attendance while armed. A judge cited it as a hate crime. Joe Torres was sentenced to 20 years, and Kyla Norton received 15. Good riddance, pieces of trash. Moving on. Las Vegas Athletics and Vegas Athletics trademarks denied. Moving on. George Zimmerman is reportedly without employment, homeless, suffering mentally, and finding it challenging to find peace after unaliving 17-year-old Trayvon Martin in 2012 and being found not guilty in 2013. Well, how about them Raiders? Moving on. Sebastian Stan will reportedly play Harvey Dent in the new Batman Part 2. Can't wait to see it. Moving on. End of an era. Anthony Joshua officially retires from boxing, especially after that horrific, tragic incident that happened in Nigeria. So prayers out to him. Continued prayers and healing energy. Moving on. Aiden Ross calls the cops on Joe Budden and Glasses Malone, and they were getting at him for disrespecting Adochi. You know, so I stand with Glasses and Joe Budden on this one. All right, moving on. Diddy's staff is pissed they haven't been paid per TMZ. Well, he's kind of in a pickle, you know what I'm saying? And speaking of which, Dumb Donald says he won't pardon Diddy after a handwritten plea. I mean, he can't get the same bailout that you got out, Dumb Donald. Anyway, moving on. Tupac Shakur's estate are accused of blocking millions in royalties to the family of Johnny J. I hope this gets worked out. I know the estate is ran by Tom Wally, but Johnny J was a cool friend of mine. We were really cool. And so I pray that his family gets what he's deserved. And basically they're trying to say that, you know, the old deal that he had doesn't include the streaming residuals that, you know, he's getting paid presently. So I hope they work that out, and I hope he gets paid because that was a good brother. R.I.P. to both Tupac and Johnny J. Moving on. Speaking of which, they're saying that they found Tupac in Cuba. They just won't let my man rest, man. Crazy. The internet's wild. Moving on. Christian Key says all the Queens men went left once Tyler Perry took control. What's up with all this Tyler Perry? Man, moving on. Nick Rayner's lawyer, Alan Jackson, withdraws from case. I don't blame him. Moving on. After 58 years of educating generations, PBS has shut down. Sad, sad, sad. I wonder what this is going to mean for Finding Your Roots. I love that show, man. Moving on. Utah welcomes the first baby of 2026, and his name is Tyrone. Moving on. The Washington Post reporting judge clarifies, yes, Trump was found to have S.A.'d E. Jean Carroll, but yet he's president, and he won't pardon Diddy. Moving on. Fetty Wap released from prison 3 years early in drug trafficking case. Oh, well, welcome home. Moving on. NYC now requires employers to offer 20 hours of paid paternal leave or prenatal leave. Okay. Moving on. Yolanda Adams says black churches should be safe and loving spaces for LGBTQ plus people as she pushes back on using faith as a weapon. I get where she's going with that. All right, moving on. Southern California babysitter arrested for allegedly committing lewd acts on a child. He should be locked up for being like a damn near 40-plus-year-old dude or a 30-year-old, 20-year-old dude still babysitting. He look creepy. All right, moving on. I don't know if it's karma or what, but Keefe D's home has been ransacked by criminals. Anyway, how about them Raiders? R.I.P. to Tupac. Moving on. And our prayers go out to Renee Good as she had just dropped off her 6-year-old at school when she encountered ICE and she was unalived by them. And that's what's sparking outrage that's going on right now as we speak. And I mean, as you can see, it don't look like she was doing anything wrong. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? And the one to be the coon to put his foot in his mouth. Stephen A. says, don't expect him to be prosecuted. He was completely justified, but totally unnecessary. Can we just cancel this dude already? Give him over to him now. We don't need him. Anyway, that's all I got. Let's just go ahead and start the show, y'all.
All right, we are back. We're back. Hey, Rick B, I see you. You know who that is, Quiz?
Who is that?
Rick. His name is Rick B-I-H-A.
Oh yeah, that's Cuzzo.
Okay, bet. Hey, hold on for a sec, fam. I'm gonna get you on when we get into our first segment. But yeah, I put up the wrong ratchet news, y'all. My bad. You didn't have the music, you didn't have the pop, you didn't have the flavor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, it's all good. It worked itself out, man.
But yes, sir. What y'all seeing there?
Hey, man. Who did Fetty Wap? Who did Fetty Wap tell on? You know what I'm saying? To get out 3 years early. You know what I'm saying? With my little eye, I spy. You know what I'm saying? Who you tell on? You don't usually get out 3 years early on no drug case. I'm just saying.
Facts. Facts.
Especially not a federal one. That's all. So whoever be selling him weed, you might want to watch your surroundings. Yeah, shit. You're going to jail.
How are you gonna pray the gay away to sexually assault someone? Where the hell did that shit come up with, man? Like,
hey, I wasn't gonna touch that, but yeah, you sure right.
Yeah,
yeah, you sure right. That's a new one.
It's Stephen A. Man, I'd be wanting to give that guy so many chances and be like, he's not bad, brother's good. And he always ends up putting his foot in his fucking mouth. Like,
he is a certified COON, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I can't stand that dude, man. Like, literally, he can just go somewhere. I don't even know why he has credentials. Dude never played a sport in his life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why he's speaking on some of the things he's speaking of. Well, you know, the pot called
he played. He just wasn't good.
True. Very, very true.
He played. He played. He just wasn't good.
You know what I mean?
No, he played in college too. He averaged 2 points.
I've seen a lot of political stuff he talks about. Then I see him backtrack crazy on it, and then I see him try to play the neutral party. And I feel like he's just following the money, man. Tell you the truth, he just
very true.
Hey, what was that from? While we were speaking about PBS, what was that from Sesame Street? Bert and Ernie. I don't know which one he is, but he one of them. You know what I'm saying? That haircut, boy. If you don't let it go, sir.
Right.
That's I don't even want to fight Stephen A. Smith. I just want to run up on him with some clippers.
Hey, yo, Rick, I see you, man. Just kick back for a minute. We'll bring you on when we start running into our topics. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you for coming through. For those that want to come through, we got the link in the bio, or we got the link in the description. I got the link in the comment section. Just know that if you're coming on, just make sure if you're using your phone, make sure you use headphones because they will help with the feedback into the show. Just know that if you're using your phone, it works as a microphone, so it picks up on everything. So just make sure you're in a nice, quiet spot. You got your Wi-Fi popping. There's no noises. There's no music or TVs playing in the background because if it bleeds into the show, then yeah, we're definitely gonna get hit with a copyright strike.
And we're gonna kick you off.
Also, too, we want to make sure that that we're respecting our fellow panel members. For those that want to speak or that got something to say, Consuelo, I see you. We want to make sure that that people are given a chance to be heard. Regardless whatever people are doing, this is the show. We're the voice of the unheard. We're the platform from the unheard. So for people who are everyday people, the 9-to-5ers, the single moms, the fathers out there working, the people who are actually putting in work, this is the voice where you can actually come. This is a platform where you can come and let your voice be heard for the world. However you're feeling, because sometimes I think the best therapeutic thing is for people just to talk. And especially if you can articulate it well. So this is the platform. Also, too, just make sure that, some things may get heated, or people are passionate about what they feel or what they spill. But just know that it's okay. We can agree to disagree. Just do it respectfully. If it gets too heated or there's arguing, we're going to put you backstage. We'll try to bring you back on. But if it's still continuing, then we're just going to have to kick you off because, like Quez likes to say, and funk whatever the haters got to say, this is a production. And you can be clipped up, you can be put out, and we want to make sure we have the best representation of this show. Please make sure that there's no eating. You live on camera, drinking is okay. There's no crumpling of no papers, there's no noises because it picks up and it comes into the show. And we just don't want to look tacky, y'all. It's just bottom line, we don't want to look tacky. We report ratchet news, but we don't want to be ratchet news. You feel me? Regardless of my camera.
Who is that? Andea Robinson. That must be somebody you know.
Actually, yeah. Thanks to Ancestry, she is actually a blood relative of mine. She's a cousin, Our families are connected on my mom's side, through Alabama, through Minneapolis, Alabama. So,
Hey, that's what's up, Miss Robinson. How you doing? And
So
yes, I
thank you,
was
Detroit's in the
talking
building.
to D. To answer your question, I was talking to D. That's it.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah.
else. No.
So yeah,
No
so
sleight of hand. Moving on.
I carved out some time, because again, I see people out there trying to say, hey, oh, they're stealing my stuff. I said culture in real conversation. No, stop. We've been talking about this. And the end of the day, the funny thing is the minions that you're running with, one of the minions actually predicted that you would do actually what you're saying you're doing, saying that you created or taking credit for something that you did not create. At the end of the day, and I hate to toot my own horn, I created this platform. Like it was literally me putting in the legwork and doing this stuff. I put in the money, the time, the blood, the sweat, and tears for people just to come on here to voice their thoughts, views, and opinions, and for certain co-hosts to sit back, look cute, and just to be here. And hopefully, at the end of the day, it was essentially for you to help build your brand, whatever it is, whatever business. It was meant to help network and market with each other. So whatever you had going on, whatever special talent that you had going on, it was giving you a new audience. And essentially it worked because the people who are on my network of people started becoming your friends and wanting to do business with you. And the little circle that you got, some of the circle that you got was based off of me. So at the end of the day, I invited people onto this platform to be a part of it because I saw that people had personalities, people had opinions. I meticulously, purposely picked people who had personality and put them in this pot of gumbo, stirred it up, and I presented it as Drop Your 3 Cents. We have
What'd
representation.
you do? What'd you do meticulously?
Hey, man.
That boy can read. Sorry, go ahead.
She was like, he got the name 3 cent from me.
Yeah.
He did come on that.
Yeah, no. Like I said, man, it started. It definitely was thing that started, during the pandemic. It was one. It's a thing because at the end of the day, I'm an entertainer. I've been on stages from here to Florida, from Florida to Mexico. Truth be told, my music has traveled all around the world, and I've just sat on my couch. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I wanted to do something to help with my friends. We again, like Quez said, this started as a platform where we were literally, and I want to correct them, we weren't just arguing. When I accidentally shared our messenger conversation, we were talking about generational wealth, the void of Black fathers in households, different stuff that plagues us as Black men in the community. And there was a woman who actually was in one of the comments. She said, "Wow, I never heard Black men talk like this before. This is really new and intriguing." And different people in my inbox saying, "Hey, you should start a podcast." So I'm like, hey, why not take people's different perspectives? At first, it was just going to be me and my perspective, but I'm like, I don't even want to hear myself talk for 30 minutes, an hour. So I wanted to include my friends, especially people with different perspectives. But like Quez being the person that he is, when I said, hey, I want to start something, he was supportive and he said, let's go. And he had my back from day one. Another person that had my back, we ain't gonna give him no shine because he's a turncoat and a bitch, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, I don't respect men who do bitch shit. If you got something to say, say it. Say with your nuts, nigga. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things where you guys know me. Why are you guys acting shocked? But I respect the real. I despise the fake. And those who are here with me, I appreciate y'all. Those who are rocking with me, I appreciate y'all. And and that just is what it is. But don't try to lay claim for something that you did not create. I invited you to this shit. So
and to clear the air, I never wanted to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Can I just be honest about that? I never wanted to do this shit. You know what I mean?
Oh man, we lost him. He's saying some real stuff.
The FDA came in and regulated.
You hear me?
I can hear you now, man.
Yeah, no, I never wanted to do this. I never wanted to be on no podcast. I didn't want to be facing no shit. My partner said he had a vision, and I ran with it, and I stayed running with it. And I'm not gonna quit till he quit. It's that simple. When he says over, then I'll be like, okay, we good. Then we done. You know what I'm saying? Or he reaches the elevation where I'm no longer needed. Whichever one comes first, it's that simple. But too many people's egos got involved in the process to where they felt like they needed to be the face of the movement or the reason behind the movement. And sometimes servant leadership is way better than leading from the front. And I'll take that with me. That's all. But I had a simple message, and it got sent to who it needs to get sent to. Because I ain't been shooting no shots at nobody. And I'm not going to let, in 2026, you're not finna just shoot at me. You know what I'm saying? And think we just going to keep walking away and turning the other cheek. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Jesus. I promise you.
Right. So with that being said, parting words, man, just do what you do. You can do whatever you do over there. This was the whole purpose of the platform. If trauma bonding is what y'all need to do, or if y'all need to hate me in order to feel great, then hey, let me be that platter that y'all eat off of. But the one thing I'm not is a liar. One thing I'm not is fake. You know what I'm saying? So and I tell it like it is. You may not like what I have to say, but hey, I say it. You know what I'm saying? So, but my number ain't changed. Just get at me.
It's the reason ain't nobody been deleted, blocked, or none of that. You can see everything that's cracking. What's happening?
Talk. With that said,
moving on.
Let's go to let's show some love to people who give love to us or people who we love.
Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey is a brand of Tennessee. Whiskey honoring Nathan, Nearest Green, the first known African-American master distiller. The Nearest Green Distillery, located in Shelbyville, Tennessee, is the world's first distillery named after an African-American. Green is credited with perfecting the Lincoln County process, a charcoal mellowing method that defines Tennessee whiskey's smoothness. Get your bottle today.
This soul food spot is a hidden gem in San Bernardino. With $10, you get a full plate and they do not hold back. It's a family-ran spot and they make you feel right at home with the crispy fried chicken that's juicy, mac and cheese and collard greens that slap, and their crispy fried fish. When you pair it with the yams and the potato salad, it's game over. Top it with the dessert, all homemade. The food hits, the prices are beyond fair, and the hospitality is great. All at Melba's Soul Food Kitchen in San Bernardino.
The Chosen Project is a visionary saga that blends African heritage, biblical allegory, and mythic fantasy into a story of exile, revelation, and destiny. Through Enoch's journey, the series explores the battle between seen and unseen forces, inviting readers into a spiritual odyssey both timeless and urgently modern. Available on Amazon.com and Kindle Unlimited. Check out The Chosen Project by A.J. Moore.
All right, we are back. All right, hey Rick, are you good? Can you hear me?
Do a thumbs up if you're ready.
Okay, bet. Connie, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up. You can hear me if you're ready. I can't see.
Hold on.
All right, y'all. Well, we got a few topics. You know, hey, funk them haters. That's all I gotta say. Funk the haters. All right, so we got a few topics that are coming up tonight. We got an unfortunate situation that happened in Minnesota. You know, the Minnesota ICE agent unalived a young woman. We're gonna talk about that. It's gonna be the first thing we talk about tonight. Also, a lot of things that's stirring up a lot of talk is Pastor Jamal Bryant and his wife. Actually, Pastor Jamal Bryant's wife, her dress that she wore to an NAACP event, fundraising event, caused up a lot of stir. Like, is that appropriate for a first lady to wear? So we're gonna kill and chew a little bit of time so we can get our special guest, Pastor Richard Braxton, to come through, give his 3 cents as a pastor, and see what he has to say about it. Also, too, Trump has attacked Venezuela. Why? We want to know too. You know what I'm saying? We know, but we want to sit up there and get your thoughts, views, and opinion on that too. But with all the stuff that's been happening, the Epstein files, the cases, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of convenient, you know what I'm saying? You want to go in and knock off a dictator, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. We're going to talk about the hypocrisy within that, you know what I'm saying? The good, the bad, the ugly. So, yeah, the first one we're going to let off with is the unfortunate incident that happened in Minnesota. So, right now we're going to bring on our guest, you know, Rick.
Yes, sir.
Hey, welcome to Drop Your 3 Cents. And Connie.
What's going on, player?
Welcome to Drop Your 3 Cents. Welcome back to Drop Your 3 Cents. Hey, Quez, hold it down real quick because my mouse is not working.
No, you good. You good.
We'll be right back.
Yes, sir. Hey, guys. Hey, it's been a minute. Consuelo, where you been hiding at, man? Can she hear me?
Oh, hey. Just
breaking up.
Yeah, you got a bad breakup.
Healing and
you got to stand next to that router.
Yeah, you gotta get next to your router. You're going in and out. You're blotching a little bit.
Yeah.
No, I heard you chilling, healing.
Okay, healing and chilling. I heard that part. I heard that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let me change things.
Yeah, While you get that worked out, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna show a little clips. I can now get to the video. So this is the original thing of what happened. Mind you, I want to give you guys a warning. Please, a warning. This may trigger you. This is definitely disturbing, but we have to play it in its entirety. So
fair use, fair use.
Get the fuck out of our neighborhood.
What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? Dude, you did a murder for what?
No! No! Shame! Shame! Oh my fucking god! What the fuck? What the fuck? You just fucking, what the fuck did you do? You are fucking criminals! You're fucking criminals! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? You are fucking insane!
and we are back. We are back. We are back. Now, to provide a little context, we don't know what was going on. We don't know the situation. The only thing that we know is that ICE was in a neighborhood. The story that's being reported was that this young woman was actually dropping off her 6-year-old daughter to school or something. So I don't know what happened all in between her dropping her off and her trying to get home. We've seen different videos. Well, first off, when I asked the panel, what are your thoughts, views, and opinions on what you guys just seen?
Sad. Quez, you go ahead, cuz it's sad though.
Oh no, hands up, don't shoot. I'm not saying nothing.
It's sad. It's very sad. And the thing of it is, depending on where she actually got shot at and what shot actually killed her. She fired 3 shots. What shot actually killed her is gonna be the determiner. He's gonna tell if he was on the side of that car, because they're not supposed to fire their firearms when they're on the side of that car. He can fire when he's in front of it, but he can't fire it on the side. And I believe she got hit right here in the head, right in the side of the head. So it's gonna be sticky. And now they got the state not involved in the investigation. They kicked them out. So now it's just the FBI investigating. So now it's gonna be real sticky.
Right. Jess, what are your thoughts on what you just seen? I know you've been out all day. So what are your thoughts?
I honestly don't know what I just seen. I don't know what happened. So I don't know who got shot. All I heard was gunshots and foul language.
Fair. Yeah. I will show a different angle of what actually transpired. Rob, what are your thoughts?
Fucking disgusting, dude. I watched several different angles of that video and a little bit before of that clip you just showed. And it's kind of crazy because she was pulling out and she decided to block a little bit part of the street, because it was ICE, and she was like, fuck them. They're telling her to move her car and she was waving them to go along. But at the same time, she wasn't threatening or anything. It was more like just being, just jokingly and being an asshole to them. So right when they approached the vehicle, her girlfriend was like, go, go, go. You saw it from another angle. Like she turned it. It wasn't dead on with that. It wasn't dead on with that.
No, she turned the tires away. I believe that too.
And that right there was just like, what the fuck, man? There was no life threat. There was no nothing. there was no reason for you to even shoot at her. Regardless of nationality, bro, it's just fucking disgusting behavior, dude. And I don't know. I want to get into a little later about that, but I'm waiting to see if there is going to be an uprising on it. How many more of these do you need to see for the people to actually do something about it? I looked at the other videos that got posted on so many other threads. The one I was just describing that got sent to Fox News, and they posted it, and the comments below were just fucking gross. Like people justifying it, people justifying that shooting.
There's no way you could justify that. It's illegal. There's no way. It's illegal.
There's none. But I was hoping to see some backlash, right, or seeing where the people stand at. And I hate to say it, man, but I even said it. I was like, I don't think they're gonna do nothing about it. I don't think they're gonna stand up on it. And I'm reading like hundreds and thousands of comments, and they're justifying ICE. Like, oh, you tried to kill him, you tried to run him over, you run him over. Just that narrative. You're trying to run him over. And regardless how much visuals you have, how much clearance you got on that video, you still are acting like your president told you it was. Like,
your eyes don't lie, man. Your eyes don't lie.
You can't fix stupid, man. You know,
Right.
You can't fix stupid, and it's really frustrating seeing that. It's frustrating seeing how the people react to that, and just how ignorant, like, our big part of our country is. As regardless if it's right, all a reason for them to master fucking racism, dude. That's all that is. Because it's stupid.
All right, y'all ready for my 3 cents?
Yes, sir.
I mean, okay, so to put it in perspective, this isn't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we've talked about time and time and time again. And to kind of piggyback off what Rob was saying, it's kind of sick, you know, that we see people saying like, hey, all she gotta do is comply. And you know, we have people on this very show say that same dumbass shit. Excuse me for cursing, you know what I'm saying? But and even that person who said it, you know, wound up having an issue with the police when they complied, apparently, allegedly, and it didn't work out in their favor. So when somebody is trigger happy, or if they feeling insecure, or if they despise you or whatever, it's the fact that we got people with guns and they're given the authority to protect their lives and by any cost. It's crazy to me. It's crazy work, because at the end of the day, people are trigger happy. Some of these people are trigger happy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just wanting to ask you one question. So, if you think she would have got out of that car when that man was pulling on that door, telling her to get out that car, do you think any of this would have happened?
Who knows? Who knows? Honestly, who knows? I mean, because again, as she would have got out, as you can see, what if he felt like her life was his life was in danger? Yeah. What if, you know, she was reaching for, and you know, and the
but that's complying. My thing is that's complying. That would have got her, probably saved her life. Complying, just at the moment. Sometimes you got to give some to take some.
Well, here's the thing, though. So to her discredit, you know what I'm saying? Like, she got excited, she got in her car, she took off, whatever happened, it was the entitlement, it was the privilege. She wasn't prepared for what possibly would have ensued.
No, yes, sir, you're right.
So those who are familiar with this, we know, like, hey, you can't sit up there, you can't drive, you can't make no sudden action, you can't reach for your wallet. You gotta let them know, hey, I'm getting my license and my registration. You gotta keep your hands in clear view. But to the credit, people have done that before, and it's still not working.
Still got killed. Still got killed.
So just to what you're saying, who knows? She could have got out, put her hands up, complied, maybe turned around. Oh, and he felt like boom. But it's that whole thing that we've talked about here on this show. and I will stand by it. We need to end qualified immunity because now it was justified. Then you have your president, the orange guy, saying that, oh, well, the ICE agent was run over. He's in the hospital. He's in, he's hurt and all this other stuff. Where in that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he amped it up.
To me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he amped that up.
And he's gonna keep amping it up, bro. And that's the thing. He doesn't give a people didn't realize he just doesn't give a fuck what you think.
Yeah.
You know.
So answer me this. Who's wrong in this situation? Answer me that. Who's wrong? Is ICE the officers wrong or is she wrong? Who's wrong?
ICE is wrong.
I'm gonna say both things can be true.
Both things can be true. So with that being said, well, real quick, because I gotta play the other clip. So there was a narrative that's been put out. Who knows what's the truth? But now there's a new angle of that actual incident. So I want you guys to actually watch this, then come back, and then we can talk about it a little bit more.
Change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking president. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Whoa!
That's what I'm talking about.
Can I give my conjecture now?
Yes, sir.
Let's hear it.
Little Timmy Turner got her shot. That's what got her shot. You know what I'm saying? Her girlfriend got her shot.
Her wife.
Oh, her wife. Yeah, her wife got her shot.
Oh, that was who was outside of the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
She got her shot.
Why would you say that? How did she get her shot?
Well, because if you watch the video, she was the one bucking. You know what I'm saying?
She was bucking, yeah.
She was the one with all the tough talk. And then she the one who told her to drive off.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, she said drive. You know what I'm saying? She said that when she was trying to get back in the car. She's the one who got her. You know what I mean? If we're gonna take accountability outside of the officer themselves, because you know, to me the officer was dead wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the officer was dead wrong. But it goes back to what Thurb was saying, having the privilege to be ignorant to those type of interactions, to not understand the fact that your life could end that suddenly by simple actions. You know, people in that community are used to bucking up. They used to being able to talk shit to the police. We haven't had that privilege. That's why it looks so crazy to me as a black man, because it was like, man, if it was me, as soon as before I went forward, when I put it in reverse, they would have shot me. They would have said, man, I was going to kill the curb or something. You know what I'm saying? They fear for their life or the people around me or whatever. You know what I mean? But it's also eye-opening to the fact that me as a black man and people that preceded me have been speaking about these type of incidents, right? And they've fallen on deaf ears. And now that it's matriculated over into another community, and all of a sudden we have to do something. But I can't be remiss without thinking about the black men and women who died under these same circumstances and everybody ignored because it didn't hit your community.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, brother.
No, I was gonna say I don't think that anything. I think the end result of this, nothing's gonna change. I think that's why the feds most definitely shut the state out of the argument. They don't even want them to have a basketball in the game. So they shut them down real quick. So I think in the end result, they're going to cover this up. It's going to be something that's going to be on the news that just was on the news, and it's going to be over in a couple of months. We're going to be hearing about, like somebody said, Trump bombing Venezuela now. So, you know, it's going to be on to the next thing. They're going to cover it up because he was in the wrong. And that's why they're going to cover it up. If he was right, they would say, "Oh yeah, she would have dug into him and turned them tires to the left. That would have been fair game, you know." But she turned them tires trying to get away, and he got off a shot of the side window of that car. He had to hit her in the head from the side. So they're going to cover it up. He's guilty. They're going to cover it up though. He's going to get off. Like the vice president Vance is already making his little press conferences, talking crazy, talking about. What is what it is, you know. She's a terrorist. This lady ain't no terrorist, man. Come on now, Vance. You got to do better. And the lady kept trying to ask him the question, what do you have words for the American people to, you know, make us feel safer, to move forward, to look forward? He said, all I have for you is don't hit ICE. You know, he went right back to it. He didn't say nothing that was trying to help the emotional being of the well-being of the American people, man. So, you know, they're going to cover it up, man. They got Trump in office. They're going to cover it. And it's going to be old news.
The crazy thing is they got policies posted on their government site that, I mean, even in a situation like that, they should not have fired. Even if the car is coming at you, you're not supposed to, and if you can move out of the way, you're not supposed to fire your pistol. There's a lot of training they have, and believe it or not, this is going to sound stupid, but believe it or not, they are supposed to show major restraint before drawing that weapon. Major restraint. Like, even if the guy is like point blank spitting in your face, blah, 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 that's way more of a threat than that. You are not supposed to draw that weapon. Like,
we wouldn't know.
Yeah,
I think under this current administration that doesn't apply, because he's giving them the green light to do whatever they want to do, and watch he gonna prove it.
My point is,
you know
I
what?
strongly felt like that guy walked up ready to pull the trigger. He was looking for a reason to shoot.
He was looking for a reason.
Trump told him they could do it. Trump said, "Y'all can go out there and do this."
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted to add to both what both y'all are saying. You know what I'm saying? Especially you, Rick. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to have you on here, and thank you for contributing. You're a depositor. You deposited your 3 cents, and you deposited well. You articulated well. You know, you definitely a resident here.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You as well.
You family.
Hey, man, that's family. He always welcome here. You know what I'm saying? That's my
family. Right.
Yeah.
That's my kid.
But I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna piggyback. What type of president in the history of the United States would sit there and unleash an organization, a force, a task, a hate group on the American citizens? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to be here for the American people. You know what I'm saying? How are you here for the American people if you're taking out the American people? Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whoever is here.
Color don't matter,
It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, to my brother questions, I'm about to well, I was getting ready to give you some, I was about to give you some props.
Go ahead and finish. I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
I know what he meant.
No, I'm getting. He know me. I be on my Malcolm X shit. But go ahead.
You know what? Go ahead. Get on brother Malcolm real quick. Real quick. There's somebody trying to get in here. The old sider. You know, I forgot.
I have your camera on.
I have your camera on. We don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? We gotta see who you are.
I know who
it's
that
only
is.
Right. It's only
fair.
You know what I'm saying?
But listen, but before you finish that soliloquy that you were going into about what type of president, you know what I'm saying? I must interject and remind you that the type of president that made this president possible was Obama.
Ooh. Yeah.
Excuse me. Run that by me again.
Yeah, he's talking about the white lash.
Wait. Elaborate further, my brother.
Yeah, so the type of president that made this president possible was Obama during the Trayvon Martins and the Freddie Grays and he decided to have Blue Lives Matter laws go into documentation before we had any type of legislation to protect the citizens. Obama signed those qualified immunity precedents in the law. He did that to where Trump could abuse them. But first and foremost, the first quote unquote black president signed that stuff into law while we were being murdered and assassinated in the streets. When he said Trayvon looks like he could be my son, he still chose the side of the police and Blue Lives Matter and the Blue Line Law. That was him.
Yeah,
Obama did that.
But wasn't that the bill that also had the body cams on it as well?
Exactly.
Well, that's because we did fight for that, but the beginning of qualified
he made it happen.
Started with him. That's all I'm saying.
We got to give credit where credit is due. Yeah, that is a blemish.
Causation matters.
I think different time, different lane. We in a different time, a different lane. I don't know. I agree that happened. Yeah, but it's a different time.
Hey, your cousin is kind of on the right path.
Yeah.
With that. I get where he's going with it. And then the cold part about it though. Here's what I'm gonna throw it in his face because he don't like her for whatever reason. Kamala Harris was actually trying to end qualified immunity. But folks didn't want to vote for her though because this and that, whatever it was. But she was telling folks, hey, Project 2025 is real, and this is real in qualified immunity. But another person who was trying to do that too was Bernie. Bernie was trying to end
Sanders.
that also.
Yeah.
He was the originator of that. We're talking about originator. He was the originator of the bill.
Well, again, you can't break that conversation at Black Americans because the men voted at 80% and the women voted above 90%. So the people you should have an issue with is the Hispanics, the Caucasians, and the LGBT community outside of the Black community who felt like Kamala wasn't good enough. I wasn't going to vote for her either way because I don't vote for presidents. You know what I'm saying? I just pay attention to policies and conversation and words matter to me. So I'm always not biased when it comes to
right. So what I thought that you were going to get at, and I'm talking to America right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to the American citizens.
Yeah, Americans. Patriotic Americans.
The patriots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Donald Trump is the product of what hate had created. This is what hate had produced. Because what I thought where Quez was going with it was the fact that, hey, you had Obama, like Quez would say, the first quote-unquote black African-American, technically the real African and an American president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? We started lifting up that rug of America and start seeing where the racism, the prejudice, the hate was swept under, where people were living in this facade thinking that, hey, it didn't exist, or it's no more, or we erased it, we're all kumbaya. No. He lifted up that carpet and we've seen it, you know what I'm saying? Because they start calling him and his family monkeys, or they would start displaying him being hung by a noose or burning his likeness and images within dolls. You know what I mean? So because of that, you know what I'm saying, the Americans who despise the people of that particular hue, you know, saying decided to come out and vote for Droz, and they found somebody who was speaking in the same verbiage as them. They were speaking in the same hate climate as them, and they elected this man as president. And so, furthermore, you know, fast forward, you know, he had his terms, he got voted out, then he ran again against Kamala. The same hate, the hate, whether it's because she's black, whether she's an Asian American, whether she's a woman, whatever it was, whatever that hate made people not go out to the polls to go vote for this woman. And now you place this man in office again. And we have people who are using these very platforms telling you not to vote for this dude. It's not a matter of Democrat or Republican. It's a matter of right versus wrong. You're basically, essentially putting in a man who is nothing but hate, pure evilness. And now he is the essential head figure of the United States of America, and he's making these calls. He's sicking these ICE agents into these neighborhoods. You know, he's attacking people. You don't know whether they're undocumented or whether they're documented or not. You know what I'm saying? But you're giving them the license to essentially unalive people who are innocent. And it's crazy. It's looking essentially equivalent to almost like Nazi Germany. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree to some extent. I believe Donald Trump at the beginning of his term when he got elected. You got to look at statistics. I think he's done a lot of good things for the business side of America. I want to say I don't know, probably not. So I would be related to, you know what I mean, because where I am, and he's where he is. So I think for the business side of America, I think he did. That's what he does. He's a businessman. I think he did a good job on that. He did a good job on retrieving money from other countries. I believe that because we have family in the military. So I take the military, I take that serious. So I believe like when my family's over there fighting for this country, I believe that it should be a good cause. And I believe him retrieving money from other countries that we have been protecting for years and having to get a dime from. I know we're not going to get none of this, but that's later down. That's later down the line. I'm finding all this out. We're not going to get a cut of it. He don't care about us at all. But in the beginning, it looked good. Oh, he's doing this. He's busting this move for America. He's busting this move for America. He got us. He's bringing back the GDP is rising. So in that aspect, okay, yeah, he's doing a good job. But as far as now, me looking at it in hindsight, I'm starting to almost to feel like he's the Antichrist because it's like everything he's doing is like lining up so perfect with what they said the Antichrist is going to do. Like you said, he almost like Hitler. It's like almost just like another Hitler. It's going to get down to that nitty gritty. It's only going to progress from here. He's over there taking presidents. This man just took a president. Who does that? And how far is that going to go? Now he's talking about Greenland. He's like, yo, we got to have Greenland.
And then not to mention what he did to the Russian oil ship. That's another one right there.
Hey, real quick. Hey, Toothpick, y'all. Hey, Pastor Braxton, I see you. We kind of spilled over a little bit. I don't know if you want to get on this topic right here or you want to wait for the next one, but just
bring him in. We need some positiveness coming in.
It's looking gloomy. This is the life we live in.
Before the pastor get in, you know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and say my fuck shits and dams. No, I'm just playing. But you know what I'm saying?
Man, for real.
Come on, man.
I'm just joking. But no, listen, man.
I can't get in there.
I'm kind of
get in there. Get in there.
If you listen, I apologize. But at the end of the day, faith and fear can't live in the same place, and that's what I deal with when we talk about America. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fear mongering in regards to this president.
Pastor Braxton, I'm gonna bring you on. Hold on, real quick. Pastor Braxton, you want to come on? Give me a thumbs up if you do. If not, okay. He wants to come on.
Oh man.
Hey, real quick. We have a full panel. Adoration. We have not seen you in a minute.
What's
Thank you for coming through.
Adoration.
Hey, girl.
And Pastor Braxton, thank you for coming through.
Hey, Jessica.
Thank you, Adoration. Hey, we would definitely send you an invite, but we know you're in another part of the world. But I'm still gonna send you because you family over here to us. So you know what I'm saying. So
thank you.
And Pastor Braxton, hello. Connie, hello. Right now we're talking about the incident that happened in Minneapolis. It's definitely unfortunate, what happened. And I didn't mean to interrupt Quez because he was getting ready to go somewhere with it. But again, these are our drop your thoughts, views, and opinions. So we want to be respectful. So finish up, Quez, what you're saying, and then we'll let other people drop their 3 cents too.
Absolutely. No, all I was gonna say is, man, when it comes to these presidents, I've always lived in the concept of faith over fear. You know what I mean? You can't believe in God and then worry about the Antichrist at the same time, because even though the Antichrist was in the Bible, what was the end of that story? God came and got his people, right? So if you his people, it ain't nothing to be worried about. You know, I'm gonna let the Antichrist do it. The Antichrist do it. If that's who he is. But I'm not even concerned with that. I'm so focused on what I got going on and making sure I'm in alignment with the purpose he put on me. So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, the next 4 years is going to be, a period of time for people to align their purpose. To me, if you scared now, then you probably should be, talking to whatever God it is that you believe in, because I know everybody don't believe in Jesus and all that. Allahs, your Krishnas, your Buddhas, whatever. You should probably be talking to that person and figuring out what you're gonna do in your purpose. Because focusing on the big Cheeto in office right now every day ain't doing nothing for you as an individual.
Right.
He's gonna do what he can do regardless. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like it or not. Like you said, he just went over and snatched the whole president from another country and said, "Well, I'm gonna run this now," and he barely running this, but he gonna run
Man.
two. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see how that work out. But all in all, through it all, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna walk in my faith, and I'm not gonna worry about the fear factors that come into play into that. That's why I don't play the president's game.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, but you also, cause not to cut you off, cousin, but it also say you got to be aware of the signs of the time. So that means you have to pay, even though you don't care about it, you still have to be aware, what's going on around you, so you can see those signs that they put imprinted in your brain, whoever you believe in or anybody else, the signs that they imprint in your brain to let you know, hey, something ain't right. It might be getting close to me. So pay attention.
Right. Can I just ask something real quick about this whole? They said we kidnapped the president of Venezuela. The people are happy. They say the people are happy about that. Well, if you guys are so happy,
we don't know what Venezuela feels.
Wait, Connie, let him finish real quick.
I just want to say, if the people are so happy, please return the favor. Come kidnap us. That's all I'm saying. Return the favor, bro.
I see what you did there. I see what you did.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on real quick.
Please
real
don't.
quick. Pastor Braxton, Connie, Adoration, do you guys got anything to add to the situation? Do you guys know, are you guys aware of what's happening?
Oh yeah. I've watched the news. I saw it in real time because I'm retired now, so I can watch TV like that. So I saw when they came on the news when, I almost died getting it. When they first shot her, and then of course them kidnapping the Venezuelan leader, which is absurd because he just pardoned the drug dealing leader of Honduras, but he says he's capturing Maduro because he's sending drugs into this country, which isn't where he's sending his drugs. But it's just it's an international crime. He's trying to get us into some type of war, so that not necessarily him, but so that his current party can stay in the White House past this term, which will be 2028. There's some real shady business going on, like bad, and I think it's more dire than people think, and it's going to take more response than people are maybe willing to do. But you're going to have to do something because people have kids. I don't have kids, so I can fall out right now, and I'm straight. My cats will eat me till the smell hits the street, and they come and get me. But I do feel bad for kids, people that have little babies, or people that have kids in high school, because like brother man, we got these county jobs. You can't even get a gig like that with a high school diploma now.
Right.
I
hear you.
With a pension.
Right.
And some security. So I don't know, like gig working 3 jobs. I don't know, OnlyFans. I don't know what folks are going to do, or their children are going to do.
I hear you on that. Hold on real quick. Alexandria, what's up? She says, hey, party people. I know what you're here for. We're going to get into that next. Much love to you. Thank you for being a supporter. BJ, we haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you for coming through. He said, what's harder than kidnapping a Venezuelan president? That's okay. Pastor Braxton?
Yes.
You got anything you want to add to this? And then I'm gonna get to adoration because she started the show.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll wait for the next topic.
I got you.
I didn't hear enough.
Adoration.
Hey, BJ, you retarded.
No, he's right. I know he's right.
Adoration. You got anything you want to add?
I mean, listen, I feel terrible for the victim's family, the neighbors. But I would say this has been happening to Black people. This happens to Black people. A Black man was shot on the December 31st. So
hey, wait. Just I'm a two pick you. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I literally was just bringing that up right now. So RIP to Keith Porter. He was unalived December 31st, 2025 on New Year's Eve in Los Angeles by an off-duty ICE agent. So this is what Adoration is speaking on right now.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and continue.
Wow,
yeah,
I didn't hear that.
I'm just saying, like, cause somebody sent me like a long thing, like, we're sending this around. A white woman was shot, and I'm like, I know the relevance of that. I know what that means by a white woman was shot. I know that means that it's coming up for everybody. But for me, a Black man getting shot is already the top of the news for me. So I'm sad. I'm broken.
Yeah.
I know what's happening, but I'm not impressed, if that's the word to use. I'm not moved in a different way. I just know that it means that we've gone to another level. But for my people, we kill every day. So it's not of more significance to me why the president has to be up there trying to defend himself. Where's the defense for this Black guy? You don't need defense to kill us. It's just like whatever, just next.
Right.
So, it almost pisses me off. But I told my friend straight up, a white woman died, so I understand the outrage.
I hear you.
I didn't take it that way. But go ahead, yeah.
So that's how I honestly feel. And when I first saw it, of course, I'm focused on the victim, this and that. But after seeing people's selective outrage about it, Republicans' selective defense about it, like, where's your defense for the Black man? Does that matter to you? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
To be fair to Adoration, the story is not being published anywhere. So
no. It's just a social media.
I didn't see the story. I didn't see the story till y'all just showed me.
And that's the point. That's the point.
Yeah, and most definitely, I get it.
One of her neighbors was a physician. He was on site. After she got shot, he said, "Hey, hands up. I'm a physician. Let me check her pulse." They were standing around her vehicle with army weapons, like she was some kind of weapon of mass destruction.
They killers for real.
Get back. He's like, listen,
they some real killers.
They sat there and made sure she died.
Right.
So, but like I said, this is our normal. So for me, they're just seeing what our normal is like. And I understand it's more outrageous and I do understand that means that the country's going to another level of, whatever you want to call it. But this has been why do you think I'm outside the U.S.? I don't live there. I haven't lived there since I was 11 for a reason. My father, who was a multi-millionaire real estate owner, everybody in the neighborhood knew him, got stopped by 12 cops. 12. Guns drawn. He had 5 kids at home at the time. Right down the street from his own residential home, he was going to another one of his homes. What do you have? What are you doing? He's like, what's in your pocket? He was like, a pen. Full suit. I'm a businessman. He had to wear a suit during the day just to make sure people knew I'm a businessman.
Right.
This was my reality. So that's why I don't live there. So for me,
I hear you.
Okay. I'm not happy, but I'm sad. But still, it's like another one. For me, it's another one.
Yeah. R.I.P. to your father. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I know this is gonna. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, she's a woman of a different hue. She's a woman of a different sexual orientation. So I know this is gonna definitely maybe, like, I'm gonna steal this from you, Quez. Maybe change some legislation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can get some laws passed.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, R.I.P. You know what I'm saying, to Renee Nicole Good. Regardless of whatever, she's still a woman.
Yeah.
She's still a person. She's still an American citizen that did not deserve what happened. But I want the people out there watching to understand this is something that we've talked about before, and I want to say this has been our reality since then. You know what I mean? Since we've been telling you about it. the Trayvons, the Sean Bells, the Michael Browns, the Philando Castiles, you know what I'm saying, Sandra Bland's. We've been telling you this. Now you're seeing it in real time that, hey, it's just as much as it can happen to us, it can happen to you.
Yes, it
You
can.
know, so we definitely need to make sure we change some laws, and we need to get some things passed. So RIP to her, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's a sad situation, but we will be back. Pastor Braxton, forgive me for doing this. Well, actually, no, I'll play a little bit of Quez's. I was gonna do the Uncle Nearest ad, you know what I'm saying? I only do it because it's a black-owned business, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to support. But we'll be right back.
Okay, we back at the Boss Up Brunch. You know, I got the Queen with me. The event hasn't started yet. We get here a little early, but it's an amazing event so far. The atmosphere is.
There we go. We're gonna get the event hosted in here.
This soul food spot is a hidden gem in San Bernardino. With $10, you get a full plate and they do not hold back. It's a family-ran spot and they make you feel right at home with the crispy fried chicken that's juicy, mac and cheese and collard greens that slap, and their crispy fried fish. When you pair it with the yams and the potato salad, it's game over. Top it with the dessert, all homemade. The food hits, the prices are beyond fair, and the hospitality is great. All at Melba's Soul Food Kitchen in San Bernardino.
Deal is so cheap, it's practically stealing airtime. Small business owners, listen up. For just $25, yes, $25, you can get your brand featured on the Drop Your 3 Cents podcast. Here's what you get: 4 video ads running for 4 consecutive weeks, plus a full 30-minute interview to tell your brand's story and connect with new customers. Don't miss this opportunity to amplify your voice and grow your business. Drop your 3 cents with us today.
All right, y'all, we are back. Thank you for being patient. All right, y'all. Connie, there you go. So we are back. All right, y'all. Pastor Braxton, we want to thank you for joining us. We have a special guest. Please make sure you guys are hitting the like, share, and subscribe button. Make sure you share this on with your feed. Make sure you're texting people to get in, because this has been a hot topic. That O-sider, I still don't even know who you are, bro. You got to turn on your camera. You know what I'm saying? But much love to you, whoever
Trey.
you are.
Yeah, that's Trey.
Okay.
He know the rules.
Come on.
All right, but yo, this has been a hot topic on my page. You know what I'm saying? Pastor Jamal Bryant has been making headlines in news with his wife. They went to an NAACP fundraiser event. You know what I'm saying? She wore a dress, and people got up in arms about it. You know what I'm saying? And whatever. And he responded back. So we got the clip of him actually responding back right now.
Back.
Dang it. Here we go, right here.
The other day, the internet went crazy about a dress my wife had on. Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund. They never mentioned that she prayed until heaven came down. But insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded people got in their feelings and set up a false barometer of holiness based off of a dress. The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color. I need to set the record straight. I bought the dress. And I like it. I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't mad to y'all. She mad to me. If you wanted a first lady that looked like Little House on the Prairie And Holly Hobby, you got the wrong church. I wanted a wife I would rush home to, that I wanted to be excited to see. When we walked in there, I said, shake it fast, watch yourself.
Whoa.
There you go.
Lord.
In there, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Hold on now.
I think you froze.
I'm here.
No, you good. I thought you were frozen.
He was frozen in heart.
Yeah. So let me just go ahead and lick this off first. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a man who will stand by his woman, I don't see anything wrong with what he said, besides the fact that he quoted Mystical. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, the Mystical got his own little troubles right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the problem. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, hey, it is what it is. He didn't say nothing wrong. He's supposed to stick up for his wife. He's supposed to feel that way for his wife, and I don't see that there was anything wrong with that. But again, panel, and we're gonna again drop your 3 cents. I don't think we'll get to the Trump Venezuelan thing, but I want to know what you guys thought. Was that an appropriate dress for a first lady to wear? Pastor Braxton, we're gonna hold your thoughts. We're gonna let the panel answer, and then we'll get to you. So you can go ahead and drop the mic. But hold up. Scenario says, ain't that wrong with his first lady dress? Agreed. Right,
okay.
So we'll start with who wants to take it first?
I'll take it first.
I go first.
Yeah, I'm either going last or first.
Go ahead, ladies first.
All right. She has a spectacular figure, and that dress on her body, wow. So, is it for the church? I mean, the church that I remember, no. But that's his church. That's his wife. And if that's how he wants her to represent him, then, power to the people.
Yeah. I agree with some of it, but I don't agree with all of it. Like, I don't know. It's like, what are we really doing here? Are we here to like get saints? Are we really to turn souls? What do we focus on our time on? And as a pastor now, it's a little bit more serious with a pastor than it is just a regular old congregation member. So it's lead by example. That's my thing. And of course you want to see your girl looking good. Yeah, I want to see my baby, step out looking nice and pretty, sexy for me, But sometimes you got to keep that out of other men's eyes, because other men get to lurking. They get to looking at your woman.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying on that.
Yeah. So you just got. I think it's a time and a place for everything. And certain places just ain't the right time. So and you defended it very well. Everybody I want to see my girl look good. But I don't want to be looking good around all these other guys. Too tough. She was tough in that dress, boy. Woo, she was tough in that dress. So and you don't want to be. That's like harboring something in your church. You're harboring people with anger and like lust, and you building up stuff in your own pulpit. I wouldn't even. That's why I was raised. I'm 46, so I'm a little older. I ain't no rookie. So I just think it's how you do things. You know what I mean? It's ways how you do things.
It's a cool dress, though. It's a cool dress.
It's a beautiful dress. Very beautiful.
Hold on one second. We got Alexandria. Shout out to you. You always hold it down. I asked the actual first lady this question, and she said that it was inappropriate. She said the focus of pastors are to bring folks to Christ. The focus should be on God and not you. It doesn't matter the venue. I hear what you're saying. Cheryl says, I cannot respect a man who would put that out there. And Sis say that's his wife. And then Scenario says, don't blame that woman on her figure. If she was different skin tone or smaller, it would have not been an issue. It's not fair. I hear what you're saying. Jess, what are your thoughts?
I didn't see a problem with dress. It does not matter the venue. I do believe that. But It was the NAACP Awards. Is that
No,
correct?
and
Or
then
an event?
NAACP fundraiser.
Okay, so it wasn't even at a church function, and y'all crying and hollering about it. It's kind of crazy, you know. The dress I believe was appropriate for the event. She is supposed to be covered up in like turtleneck, scarf, you know, a jacket. Nobody sees anything. Yeah, she has pictures, you know what I mean? But come on now, you should not be in no way going to NAACP.
That's a moo.
No, I'm
Oh.
just saying she shouldn't be in
Oh,
one.
okay. Got you. Rob, what are your 3 cents?
I think people are overreacting because they probably can't fit that dress. I mean, that's a red carpet dress, Doug. We see, I see way more or less on way lesser occasions. So to me, I'm like, for him, hey, he loving his wife. He love how his wife look. He want her to look good. That's his thing. That's his wife. You know, I mean, y'all can look, but don't touch. That's whatever. That's fine. He
At
wants
what
to cost
cost?
what he got.
At what cost?
I don't know.
Right?
Cost
At what
someone
cost
else's
here?
opinions.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I don't see it cost him anything.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold up. Jess has to wait.
So no matter what a woman wears, a man will look.
There
Just
you go.
saying.
Yeah.
And adoration
Very
says,
true.
there you go, girl.
No,
There
it's
you
really
go.
true though. Like it's really true.
Very much
I be looking. Regardless of what they're wearing, I'm always like, oh.
Hey, hold on. Cheryl says, then Jess, I would question how they trying to raise money. You know what I'm saying? And then the scenario says, at what cost? I'm not sure what you're referring to, my brother. That's why we need to have you on this panel. But real quick, who wants to take it, either Quez or Adoration? Because I definitely want to hear Braxton.
Quez, you go, because I got a little bit more to say. I know too much.
She finna open up on y'all.
hey, but make sure we want to make sure we give Pastor Braxton the floor too. So we don't want to.
Yeah, no.
Too much
I
time.
mean, to me, I didn't personally see anything wrong with the dress, especially outside of a church venue. If you see photos of her in their congregation, she's very conservative in her dress and her attire. So just from what I've seen, you know, I don't go to a church and then I'm not, don't come at me. But I think context matters. In the part where he messed up was the way he addressed his church about it. That was the problem I had. I didn't see no problem with her being at an event and being dressed accordingly, because I mean, there's full-figured women everywhere at every church. There's somebody coming in there with something tight on. There's somebody coming in there. You know what I mean? If it bothers you that much that the pastor's wife is dressed in a certain type of way, because then some people say she should, the women shouldn't wear pantsuits, or the women shouldn't you know what I'm saying, wear jeans and a t-shirt. Like, we could find and nitpick anything when it comes to the pastor's wife. But meanwhile, all these people pointing at the pastor's wife was at the club Saturday night before church. So
that part.
You know, it's easy to pass judgment, and it's easy to, you know, pick but to me, it wasn't nothing wrong. The problem came in with me was when he addressed the church about the situation and the terminology and phrasing he used. I didn't really care about his wife,
Right.
what she had on, and none of that. That's just my honest opinion. I didn't
Right.
care. I've seen pastors do that.
Right. Adoration, drop your 3 cents real quick, and then we're gonna bring Pastor Braxton on.
Number
I got
one,
you.
for her to be out at an event with her dress, I'm completely for women doing them. I already know, based on the statistics, that what you wear does not correlate with how you get treated. That's all BS. So nothing wrong with the dress necessarily. That's how you want to dress. Go for it. Now, Pastor Jamal Bryant, I used to go to his church. Okay, when I was a kid, I went to his church growing up. That man is the problem. And the fact that there's more outrage about the dress than about what he actually did back in the day and why he lost so many members at that church, closed that church, and moved to another area to become a bishop. That's what gets me. Okay? This man was sleeping with children in the pulpit. Had a pastor friend come on. You saw how
Allegedly.
he said that? No.
Allegedly.
Okay, allegedly.
Allegedly. But that explains it now. That explains it now.
I mean, hey, I only have I only have a few pennies. I don't want to get sued for the few pennies that I have.
Okay,
That explains why he was singing Mystical. I mean,
that explains it now. Why he up there with his girl with her butt hanging out. That explains it now.
Method, shut up.
Allegedly, because Quest was talking about what he said in the pulpit, but allegedly, a guest pastor came in with one of his friends, allegedly, and he goes, "You know these hoes ain't loyal." Allegedly talking about
wow.
What? Look who people. No,
I was sitting in the crowd at this moment, allegedly. So this is all alleged.
Right.
This is physical, and the child was not much older than me, about the same age as me. So this is all
Man,
alleged.
see.
All right. So
gotta watch who you defend, my nigga.
And
Excuse my language.
So for me, we talking about a dress. Why are we talking about a dress? Why are we talking about a dress? That's what gets me. We're always focused on, well, does the woman look good? Is she dressed right? I don't know. Should she represent a man? This man allegedly don't represent himself, allegedly. And I don't mind if he comes for me. Every time I see him online, I make sure to put this. I hope he sees this. Okay, I'm one of the little girls that went to his
Talking about standing on business. Go ahead, Adoration. I ain't mad at you.
Allegedly.
Tell it.
Allegedly.
Preach.
All right,
I
now,
believe the allegations.
Pastor Braxton.
He gives off that aura.
Right. Pastor Braxton, we've been waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we've been waiting. Let's hear this.
Wait, first off, this man right here is definitely highly ordained. You know what I'm saying? I feel the spirit whenever I go to his church. He takes the time out for me and for this lady right here next to me. You know what I'm saying? He's a good man. He's out there doing good things for the community. You know what I'm saying? There's no words really to describe who this guy coming on. Getting ready to drop us some kids, but we would like to welcome back Mr. Pastor Richard Braxton.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. This is very, very hot topic. But it really shouldn't be a hot topic. You know, a couple of things. I heard was somebody was talking. Was saying, the church of today is not the church that our mothers went to. And if you really look at history and time, if you saw what the last generation we saw this generation do, then they would have an issue with it, right? So now we see this generation, it's always progressive. So, but one thing I would say in this context of it, for my wife, I want to make sure that my wife is looking good to me all the time. I didn't really see anything really wrong with the dress in the context of it wasn't at a church event. It was more at a, fundraiser, whatever it is. But I want to make sure, when I'm with my baby, my baby look good. I want to, I just want to make sure that when we're out, she looking good and I'm looking good. So for me, I don't really have so much of an issue about it. Me and my wife is very modest. So every Sunday she asks me, baby, is this appropriate? Is this look good? And sometimes I'll be like, baby, you looking good for me. You know what I mean? She'll be like, no, I want to make sure I'm representing you right. You want to represent us right. And so my wife is very, very concerned about what she wears, how her figure looks. She's always, you know what I mean? She's still stylish, but she's not gonna have anything hanging out, not gonna have anything like that. So but for me, that I didn't really see so much of an issue about it. You know, I was, you know, and I didn't know everything about Jamal Bryant, so I don't really know him like that. But, you know, from the perspective of a pastor slash first lady and what we wear, you know, that's between our pastor and their first lady. In the context of making sure that you are always representing Christ in the right way, you know, that's also thing that we always do. So we always want to make sure that we are being an example in everything that we do, because you just never know how that can draw somebody away. We want to make sure we're drawing people in. But again, you know, I like my wife looking good. I don't like my wife looking like an old lady. You know what I mean? So I want my wife to look beautiful to me at all times. So again, you know, you had different cultures, you had different times. So again, somebody was talking about, there was a time where women shouldn't even wear makeup, you know, in a church. And so that was a big issue. You know, women shouldn't wear, pants in the church. That was the issue at a time. So there's always going to be different people's opinions of what somebody should wear or what somebody not wear. But I think at the end of the day, you know, we should be in the place where we are drawing people into the body of Christ, not portraying what the world would look like or world would say. But, you know, so that's my intake on it.
How do you feel what his response was? Like when
he went off. Yeah, he went off a little bit too hard. You know, I wouldn't go off. I would definitely talk about it. But you know, in that context of it, you want to stay away from worldly sayings and mysticals and all that good stuff. Stay away from that. You know what I mean? Deal with the issue. You know what I mean? Because that was the man coming out. You know what I mean? That was the husband coming out. That was the husband. Don't come for my wife kind of conversation. But again, you know, it's you want to be tasteful in everything you do. There's a way that you can do it where you can be tasteful, you know, and still get your point across without bringing more controversy to the situation. So
I agree.
I am very, very I watch my words very closely of what I say, because again, I always want to represent Christ. You know what I mean? It's not about me. You know what I mean? I don't want to make it about me. It's about Christ. It's about serving people. So if we keep it in that context, we all good. But when you start to bring your own personal challenges to it and what you feel to it, then you know what I mean? You know, you can you lose your audience, right? And then it brings more situations into it, instead of my wife was wearing this and I love her and I want her to look good. And then instead of bringing in your own feelings and how you feel as a husband, then you know you can mistreating your platform in a way was not representing Christ in the right way.
Yeah, I felt like he let Lil Hood come out of him.
But that's passion, you know what I'm saying? Like, the people are coming for his wife, and as a man, he defended his wife, you know, as he should. You know, so Pastor Braxton, my question would be, because we touched on it before previously when we're talking about a religious trauma. But can you go a little bit more or explain the relationship or the difference between a relationship and religious rules between
that's a good way. What we saw is religion. You know what I mean? You know, and you know, it's amazing. I'm gonna be talking about this on Sunday. I'm gonna be talking about this on Sunday. You know, if
ministries in Rialto, California, make sure you come through. Make sure you stream it. We will share the stream link.
You know, I'm talking about this. We're talking about religion and the relationship. You know, I would say as a church, if we're more focusing on what a woman is wearing than bringing people to Christ, loving on people, like praying for people, like we really got some demonic situations going on throughout the whole entire world with within America. You know what I mean? As the body, we got so much of a different focus than worrying about what somebody's wearing at occasion. You know, so but the difference between that's just religion, man. Religion Always focus on what you're doing on the outside, right? Christ is relational. He's focused on what's going on in the inside. So, you know what I mean? You know, we can't portray what somebody's character is based on what's going on the outside. You got to portray the relationship, what's going on the inside. And so, you know, but what we see is religious. That's just so religion. Nothing to do biblically. You know, nothing Bible, just straight religion, you know, which when that gets in the way, it messes everything up. We should be focusing on our relationship. You know what I mean? In the relationship, you know, we are building people up. You know what I mean? We are loving people in. And I'm going ham on Sunday, you know, because I was very challenged with like, dang, like this is what this all we can talk about, you know.
Yes.
Then it was another pastor who went off on him. You know, now pastors based on what you wearing. You know, it's very challenging when we allow religion gets in the way instead of just relationship.
Hey, so can I add some contrast to this, because we're on one side of the spectrum, right? But there was clear examples in the text of the undesirables, right? That, you know, through the path of Jesus, that he went and talked to, that religion told him to stay away from. You dig? So like we talking about how extravagant her dress is, or how, you know what I'm saying, form fitting or whatever. But if you can judge her on that, are we then judging the people who come to church dressed down, or you know what I'm saying, the poverty stricken people, the homeless individual that you walk right past, they cup at the Quick Trip and ain't drop nothing in? Now, I ain't no pastor. I'm just, you know, trying to add contrast because everybody's so judgmental in regards to this topic. But, you know, in reality, we walk past individuals that we could show God to in several scenarios in our life, but because they don't fit the part, we ignore the hell out of them.
Absolutely. I would just add to that. Like, if you can come to Faith Point, come as you are. You know what I mean? You don't gotta dress up. You come as you are. You know, even in the place, you know, where should we wear hats? Should we not wear hats? I don't care if somebody wear a hat. You know what I mean? Maybe they just want to cover their head up. But yeah, I really don't care. You know, because we want to make sure that we're focusing on the relationship of the heart, the inside, instead of the outside. If we come in and, you know, talk about this and that person supposed to wear that man, we really missing the mark. You know, we really.
Yeah, I get that. I get y'all too. But what if we wouldn't even set ourselves up for the situation in the first place? Where we just dress regular? My girl look good to me in regular clothes. Like, she don't got to put on nothing all fancy or nothing. She can put on some sweats and a t-shirt, and I'll be like, yeah, you know, that's like my favorite thing. So, you know what I'm saying? So if she don't got to put on no dress, it's time to get up dressed for places that we go. But if we going to somewhere, I'm sophisticated a little bit. So we going somewhere nice. I don't want you with your stuff all hanging out. You know, I want you to look, you know, appropriate for the situation. And I believe that it's to each their own. I believe how, like you said, how people was raised. Maybe it's just how a person was raised, their inner core beliefs. I believe that a woman should not dress like that in the church. Just if you want to pay respect to where it's due, who are we here to respect? The other congregation here, or are we here to respect Jesus? Like, what are we here for? Like, I wouldn't even set myself up for that, because that can lead to other avenues, you know, of trouble, of problems. Here we go now with this. People looking at my girl dress. Now I got to talk about this. And now you're down a whole nother road that you can even have to go down just dress down a little bit, baby. You fine. We're going to church. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to put that on. And that's how I feel about it. To each his own. You know, if you feel like your girl can come in there with whatever she gonna put on, you know what I'm saying? That's you. But me, if I felt like I was in a position of a leader position, I would want to lead by example. And I don't think, you know, Jesus had girls running around in little togas wrapped around their little thing. You know what I mean?
Well, that ain't
You know
true.
what I mean?
It was a different perspective back then. They weren't even thinking about
Well,
that.
wait a minute though. Hold on, because part of Jesus' entourage was straight up prostitutes. He was
Well, I'm speaking about the man and his message. I'm speaking about the man and his message.
That is his.
I don't care about other people. See, that's what we forget.
Jesus was come one, come all. He was hanging with the sinners and was chastised for that by the church. The Pharisees and the Sadducees were the church folk.
But what did he holler at? What did he talk to the one chick by the water tank about? She was a whore. She was dressing out.
It wasn't about her being a whore, but her being a Samaritan.
Okay.
Because the lady that was a whore that they were trying to get him to kill, he told them, "We'll throw the first stone." That's what he said.
Pastor Braxton got something to add to that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get to it,
go ahead, Pastor Braxton.
I got to go with the young lady. If you want to get biblical on it, you know what I mean. Jesus, he was not concerned about the religious status, or you know what I mean. That's all religion. That's just religion. That's
how you dress is just religion.
Man, way you dress, exactly. The way you dress, to me, just religion.
It's
because
cultural.
I'm gonna, you know, is this like I'm judging somebody based on the outward expression? Let's say if I didn't know that person. Let's say this person first time, you know what I mean? You know, coming to church. You know what I mean? This is what they coming to. They don't know. You know, so basically, what we do as religion. Man, we push people out the way even before they even get in there. Because we have.
I'm speaking specifically from a leadership position, so not just the congregation. As a leader of your church, your congregation, you coming in there, you saying you the leader. What example are you setting?
Right, as a leader, like you were saying, I agree with you. You want to make sure that you represent Christ in all way. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm not. My wife ain't gonna have no turtleneck on.
We don't gotta go from one. We don't gotta go from one extreme to the next extreme. We don't gotta go from one extreme to the next extreme. I'm just saying, dress down a little bit.
You know, my wife been coming like.
Wait, hold on. Hey, Quez, go ahead, Quez.
No, I was gonna tell cousin, like, if you look at it. From all the people that we ostracizing, it's the same people Jesus was kicking it with.
That's what
to put it in layman's terms. Everybody, like, what if you know, the prostitute, she just was on the blade, right? And she had a premonition out there. She was out with a trick. You know what I'm saying? She did her little due diligence. He done robbed her, beat her up, whatever. And the first thing she saw was a church. And she come into that church, what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna
accept her in. You're supposed to accept her in.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
That's why I said specifically from a leadership standpoint. The congregation is a different thing.
Right.
With you coming into church and you coming down, trotting on your luck, God gonna accept you. But I'm saying for when you lead it from here on out, now we don't want you to keep coming back in here drunk after now. For 12 years after we give you the sermon.
Right.
After we give you the sermon, now some got to start changing. You can't keep coming back in here drunk.
Give me no ugly wife, and she thick. So if you looking, that's your problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna tell my wife she can't wear the clothes because you
very true.
That didn't make her feel comfortable. Don't lie for her. That didn't make her feel comfortable. Don't lie for her.
Hey, wait. Real quick. Go ahead, Pastor Braxton. I saw you had your hand up.
Yeah,
I hate that we started this topic late because we're gonna have to end it soon. But
dang.
I don't know. I might just say forget the AI generated clips. we might extend this a little bit, but go ahead.
One thing I see my brother's perspective on from a leadership, right? From a leadership perspective, you know what I mean. You always want to make sure that you are representing, in a correct way, So I can agree with that. I don't want what I do cause somebody else to sin, So I can definitely see that viewpoint. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But again, it's we got to look at the context of what it was. It was not a church event. It was outside of the local church. Now, if she wore that at the church, then it's a different perspective, right? But it's not a church event. We're not talking about it at church. You know what I mean? It was an outside event. So on the outside event, in more of a red carpet event, in that aspect, what she was wearing was proper for that kind of event. She's a well-figured kind of individual. So, my wife is very beautiful. I have a very beautiful wife. You know what I mean? But we recognize certain events, we wear certain things. In that event, that is a a black tie event. So in the black tie event, you wear those kind of you wear that kind of dress, or or you wear that it's that kind of event. It's a black tie event. So when you wear black tie events, you'll see those ball kind of gowns, dresses. So
right. Hey, hold up, real quick. Alexander says no one is asking her to wear a bed sheet, but she could certainly wear something that isn't so form-fitting. She knows she's curvy and is clearly accentuating those curves. Women know what they be doing, and the church is not the place to put the wagon on display. You went totally old school with that one. Hold up. And she prayed at this event, represent her church and God at this event. All right,
I'll say something. Dragging that wagon, boy. See that? She was dragging that wagon.
No, I'm just gonna say this though, because I think Pastor Braxton brought up religious trauma, and I think every Black girl can relate to this, especially in an America that already doesn't like you. Black girls are sexualized their entire lives. I mean, people going crazy because Cardi B posted a picture of her daughter in a one-piece bathing suit sitting near the pool smiling like, yay. And people, oh my God. So I disagree with what the young lady just said, because I am kind of over this you're beautiful. You're a woman. She's a beautiful woman. So wearing a form-fitted dress, you can't wear a form-fitted dress because you're too curvy. I am completely against that. My reason why I probably wouldn't put the dress on was not about her curves. It was just about the illusion of not having anything on. That's for me. It's just a little, for me personally. I'm still not judging what she wants to wear. But for me, when we talk about the form fit of the dress, I think that's just overboard. And I think it's a very toxic thing that we hold in the Black community. And the judgment that a Black woman gets over a white, people have compared it side by side. A little red dress on a white lady, nothing. A little red dress on the Curvy News anchor, oh my God. You can't wear stuff to work. You can't wear anything. Oh my God, you're trying to distract everybody. No, she's just beautiful. She's beautiful.
And I like you said that. Look at the trauma, the religious trauma that you put on people. You know what I mean? The literally religious, right? We try to make it about God, but now it's trauma to the individual. It's trauma to the young, Black girl that most Black. My daughter is a, is figured. You know what I mean? Like you said, it was a different culture. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be talking about this.
Nope.
But it's us bring that religious trauma on individuals. We're not focusing on what we should be focusing on. And then we make this so bigger with the whole Black church is talking about this right now. We should be praying against what's going on in America. We should be trying to come and get, what I mean? Really, really
we got a lot
focus. Like, what I mean? This is just a distraction. It's a delusion of what's really going on. And where we have so much of a part to do with it, you know what I mean? We focusing on what somebody's wearing at an event.
Alexandria, they said she had a penis. It didn't matter what she
wore. It didn't matter what she wore. People call her a monkey. They call her
all types of stuff.
They call her inappropriate. They said she was wearing her shoulders out. She's inappropriate. Meanwhile, we got an ex-porn star in the White House as we speak.
No, she's not a porn star. She's an escort. Allegedly, I think she's an escort.
Who is escort? Well, she's done pornographic photos.
The pastor wife of escort?
No. They're talking about. They're talking about Melania Trump.
Oh snap! I'm like, what? I'm sorry.
Real quick, y'all. Hey, we're gonna let this up to the panel. Should we end this or should we let it continue for a little while longer? We ain't gonna go too
I gotta
long.
go. I gotta
You
go.
gotta go.
I gotta
here.
go.
It's up to you, Third. You gotta do the work.
I think we had a great discussion. If we're gonna do something, man, I think we should do a part 2 because I think this and
all right, let's.
Yeah, I want to be involved. I want to be involved.
I got 36 seconds. So, hey, I love you guys. We're gonna do a part 2, whether it's tomorrow or next Friday. We're gonna do a part 2. I love you very much. Thank you for tuning into the stream. We will be back. Everybody, stay on here. We'll see you backstage. Peace.